Today we're talking about one of the most loved retro handhelds right now, the Miyoo Mini Plus. This little device lets you play all your favorite classic games from Game Boy, NES, SNES, to Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, and even a few Nintendo DS titles. Now, if you use the older Miyoo Mini before, you might be wondering what's the difference? Is the Plus version really better? Or maybe even should I upgrade? So let me break it down real quick without getting too technical. The Miyoo Mini V4 is smaller, fits in your pocket easily, and it has a super sharp 2.8-inch screen and is great for quick gaming on the go. But the Miyoo Mini Plus takes everything the V4 does and makes it just a little better. The screen is at 3.5-inch, so games are easy to see and play. Wi-Fi built in, you can update the system, get retro achievements, and even play multiplayer on available titles. More comfortable to hold, feels better in your hands, especially if you play for a long time. The two devices feel very similar, but once you use the Plus, it's hard to go back. Some people still prefer the smaller size of the V4, especially for travel or one-handed gaming. But for longer sessions and overall features, the Plus shine. So in this video, I will show you what makes the Miyoo Mini Plus special, what does better than the V4, and why it might be your new favorite retro gaming handheld. So what is the Miyoo Mini Plus exactly? Well, it's a retro handheld gaming console, which means it's a small device made for playing old school games. Games from the 90s and the early 2000s. It looks like a tiny Game Boy, but it can do so much more. Inside this little shell, you get the modern screen, long battery life, and a powerful chip that lets you play other games from any classic systems all in one. That means that you can carry hundreds or thousands of games in your pocket without needing a bunch of cartridges or discs. Comes with OS that runs fine, but it shines with an operating system called Onion OS, which made by the community. Looks great, is easy to use, and gives you a lot of cool features like box art, quick saves, teams, and more. The device comes with a micro SD card that stores your games and system files. All your games are digital, so select and play. No need for physical copies. Also has Wi-Fi built in, so you can connect it to your home internet and do things like system updates, use retro achievements. The best part is plug and play. You just don't need to be a tech expert to enjoy it. You can charge it, turn it on, and start playing right away. If you like customizing things, you'll love these too. There are different themes, buttons layout, and even custom shells that you can swap in. The community around this handheld is huge and helpful. It's like a time machine that fits on your hand. Now that you know what it is, let's talk about the first thing you notice when you pick it up, the screen. For a small handheld like this, the screen makes a huge difference, and can honestly say the screen of the Miyoo Mini Plus is beautiful. Let's start with the basics. It's a 3.5-inch IPS display, and it has a resolution of 640 by 480 pixels. That might sound like just numbers, but here's what it means for you. Everything looks super sharp and clear. Retro games were made for lower resolution screens back in the day, but when you play them in the Miyoo Mini Plus, they look better than ever, with no weird stretching or blurry textures. It's like these games were meant for this screen. Because it's an IPS panel, the colors really pop. You get deep blacks, rich reds, glowing greens. Everything looks bright and colorful and vivid. It brings pixel art life in a way that is just beautiful. Games like Mega Man, The Legend of Zelda, Sonic, Donkey Kong Country all looks absolutely amazing here. And it's not just about color. This screen is bright, much brighter than what you will find on the older device, even on the Miyoo Mini before. Whether you can play inside under a light or outside during the day, the screen holds up really well. In fact, I use it while riding in a car with the sun shining, and I could still see the screen clearly. That's not something that you can say about every retro handheld. Another thing that I really love is the viewing angles. You can tilt the device at any direction, up, down, left, right, and the image still holds clear. There's no weird color shifts or darkening. That's especially helpful when you're showing a game to a friend or just adjusting your position while playing. The screen shape is a perfect 4:3 aspect ratio, which is super important for most classic games, especially for NES, SNES, PlayStation 1, and Game Boy era. They're made for 4:3 screens, so the games fit perfectly with no black bars, no stretching, and no cropping. Compared with the Miyoo Mini V4, the screen here is the same size and the resolution, but it just feels more usable because it's a bigger shell, so your hands don't feel cramped while playing. Plus, the build quality around the screen feels solid. No loose gaps or flecks, just a clean, smooth front face that looks like it was built with care. It's bright, colorful, and it's the perfect shape for retro games, and it looks amazing from every angle. Honestly, it makes game feel fresh and fun to look at, even if it's a game from 30 years ago. Now, let's talk about something that is super important for any gaming device, the buttons and control. Because no matter how good the screen looks, if the buttons don't feel right, it's hard to enjoy your games. The Miyoo Mini V Plus really shines here. First off, the D-pad is responsible, clicky, and it has a nice amount of drop. When you press it, you get a clear tactile feeling. You know you're pressing a button and it doesn't feel mushy or soft. That's important for games where precise movement is key, like platformers or fighting games. I found the D-pad is one of the best I use on a handheld this size. It reminds me of classic Nintendo controllers, comfortable and accurate. The A, B, X, and Y buttons are right. They are so very responsible and have satisfying click. The layout is the classic diamond shape that most gamers are used to. This means muscle memory from all controllers work perfectly here. The buttons are too small or too big. They hit the sweet spot for fast button smashing or carefully timing. Below those are the start and select buttons, which are easy to reach and press without getting in the way. Now, the thing that stands out of the Miyoo Mini Plus is the set of shoulders button. You get 4 shoulder buttons in total, the L1, L2 on the left, and R1, R2 on the right, on the top mid edges of the device. First, these buttons might feel a little different if you never used a handheld with stacked shoulders before, but they are a bit smaller and closer together than regular console tricks. But after a little practice, they become very natural to use. If you got larger hands, you probably appreciate the more spacious design. If your hands are smaller, it might take a little bit of getting used to it, but it's still very manageable. One thing, the buttons have a very little noise when pressed. They aren't loud clicks, which is nice when you're playing on a quiet room or on a public transport. The Miyoo Mini Plus doesn't run on something like Windows or Android. Comes with the ARM OS, but better would be a custom operating system called Onion OS. It's a special system built by a community of developers and retro gaming fans, designed to make playing games easy, fast, and enjoyable. When you turn on the device, Onion OS loads quickly and it takes you to a clean, simple menu. No clutter, no confusing options, just what you need. Onion OS organizes your games by system. That means all your Game Boy Advance games are grouped together, your Sega games in another folder, and so on. It makes finding the game that you want fast and simple. One of my favorite things about Onion OS is the box art support. That means instead of seeing a list of game names, you get to see cover image, just like on a real game case. It looks way better and helps you find the game faster. But Onion OS isn't just about looks, it's packed with useful features like quick saves and quick load. While playing, you can save your games at any point, even if the original game didn't let you save it there. Then if you want, you can load and save instantly. It's perfect for tricky parts if you only have a few minutes to play. Custom themes, you can change the menu looks by choosing different themes. Some are dark and simple, others are colorful and bright. A simple and nice way to make your handhelds feels personal. System updates. Thanks to the built-in Wi-Fi, Onion OS can update itself easily. RetroAchievements is a fun feature that works like trophies and achievements on modern consoles. You can earn points, badges, and doing special things in classic games, like beating a level fast and finding hiding secrets. All these features comes together to make the Miyoo Mini Plus feel modern and smooth, even though it's built for playing old games. And if you ever want to customize things even more, the community has lots of guides and tools to help you add the new themes, emulators, and tweaks. Onion OS is easy to use, fast, and packed with features that makes gaming better. It's a big reason why the Miyoo Mini Plus stand out compared with other retro handhelds. Comes with a built-in 3000 mAh rechargeable battery. That means you don't need to worry about buying batteries or replacing them all the time. You can expect about 6 to 8 hours of gameplay on a full charge. That's plenty of time for long gaming sections, whether you are on a road trip or just relaxing at home. Of course, the exact battery depends on how bright your your screen and what kind of games you are playing. The good news is the Miyoo Mini Plus uses the USB Type-C port for charging. It's great because USB-C is now the standard for many devices, phones, tablets, and laptops, so you probably already have a charger cable that works. After spending plenty of time with this device, I can say that it's an amazing retro handheld that really delivers what it promised. It combines great screen, console controls, long battery life, and a user-friendly operating system, all packed in a small portable pocket. Wi-Fi is a game changer, making it easy to keep your games organized and your system up to date without hassle. And the support for many classic systems means whether you love Game Boy games or PlayStation 1 classics, your handheld has you covered. If you new into retro handhelds, the Miyoo Mini Plus is a fantastic place to start. It's easy to use and works well right out of the box. If you're already a fan of the Miyoo Mini V4, the Plus is worth considering an upgrade, especially if you want a bigger screen, better controls, and Wi-Fi. Thank you so much for watching, and if you find this review helpful, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more retro gaming content. Happy gaming, people!